Okay, so we're starting to get some really credible whispers about Google's next major AI model, Gemini 3. The big question is this just another small step forward, or could this be a completely different kind of AI? Let's get into it.
So, where is all this coming from? Well, this whole conversation really kicked off thanks to some buzz on social media. And it's from a source that, has a pretty solid track record.
It all started right here with this post from Semi-Analysis. Now, these guys are well respected in the industry, and they came out saying Gemini 3 is looking like an absolute powerhouse, especially when it comes to coding and its ability to handle all sorts of different data. But here's where it gets really juicy. One of Google's own AI leads publicly pushed back, basically saying, dude, you're making this up. But then Dylan Patel, the founder of Semi-Analysis, he just doubled down. He fired right back, saying his sources are inside Google and he could prove it. This kind of public back and forth, it just adds a whole layer of intrigue. It suggests there's some real fire behind all this smoke. And it wasn't just a one-off thing. Another leak popped up claiming that Gemini 3.0 times Flash, and remember, that's supposed to be the smaller, faster, more efficient version, is actually going to be better than the current top-of-the-line Gemini 2.5 Pro. Now that is a huge claim. And to really get why that's so shocking, we need to take a look at how Google actually builds these models. See, this isn't just about making the current model a little bit faster or a little bit smarter. Google has this very specific, very deliberate way of doing things when they move to a major new version. So you might be wondering, what's the actual difference? What does it really mean when Google goes from a 0.5 update to a full number jump, like from 2.5 to 3.0? Is it just marketing, or is there something fundamental going on? Well, Demi Sasabis, the CEO of Google DeepMind, he actually laid it all out for us. A big version change isn't just a patch. It is a massive undertaking. For about half a year, they gather up all the best new ideas, all the cutting-edge research. Then they bundle all that innovation into a new architecture. And this is the key part. They start a completely new, massive hero training run right from scratch. So here's the bottom line, the crucial point you gotta get. Gemini 3 isn't just Gemini 2 with some new bells and whistles. It's a brand new model, built from the ground up on a whole new set of ideas. And that is why that leak about the Flash version beating the current Pro version is so mind-blowing. It means the new foundation, the new architecture is just that much better. Okay, so if it's a completely new model, what's the big new idea? What's the secret sauce they're putting into Gemini 3? Well, it looks like they're trying to move beyond what we currently call multimodal. All right, so right now, the state-of-the-art, the gold standard, is what we call multimodal AI. This just means the model can handle different types of information. You can feed it text, you can show it an image, you can give it a video, and it can understand and respond with any of those. It's what Gemini 2 and GPT-4 already do really, really well. But Google is shooting for something else, something they're calling an omni model. And this is a totally different ballgame. The idea isn't just to handle different data types, it's to actually merge all these separate, specialized models for things like video, language, and interaction, and forge them into one single unified system that can do it all, seamlessly. And this quote from Hassabis just hits the nail on the head. This is the real endgame. He calls it a world model. We're not just talking about an AI that knows a lot of facts about the world. We're talking about an AI that starts to understand the mechanics of the world, the physics of it all, how things actually work. So, let's really dig into that. What does it mean to build a world model? Why is this such a game changer? Because yeah, the implications here are pretty profound. The key idea here is to build an AI that moves beyond the abstract world of just text and language. The goal is to create something that has an intuitive grasp of physical reality, how objects move, how they interact, the basic cause and effect that governs our world. And robotics is the absolute perfect example to see this in action. The old way, the multimodal way, is kind of clunky. The AI has to think in text, figure out a list of commands, and then send those commands to the robot. It's slow. But with a world model, the AI hears, put the yellow object in the red bucket, and it just understands. It intuitively translates that idea directly into the physical motor actions. There's no text middleman. It's astronomically faster, more dynamic, and more fluid. And this really gets to the core of Google's entire strategy. Hassabis is basically saying that if you want to build a truly general intelligence, if you want to get to AGI, it's not enough for the AI to be a master of language. It has to understand the physical world we all live in. That's the bet they're making. Okay, so
Let's zoom out. What does this potential leap really mean for the future of AI? For this, crazy race that we're all watching unfold?
So, to wrap this all up, the big takeaway is this. We could be seeing a fundamental shift from AI models that just know text about the world to models that are starting to truly understand reality itself. Google is betting everything that this is the path to AGI. You see things like their video model, VO, or their interactive world model, Genie. Those aren't just cool side projects. They are the stepping stones. And Gemini 3, it could be the next major leap on that path.
But of course, Google is not playing this game in a vacuum. We all know OpenAI is expected to drop its next major model very soon. And that sets up a pretty fascinating question for the near future, doesn't it? As we head toward 2026, who's going to be on top? And just how much more powerful are these things going to get?